And so I hear people talking all the time about socialism is the biggest threat to our country. America will never be a socialist nation. America will never fall to communism. You know what? I would any day of the fucking week have America become a communist country, full-on Stalinism, than what we're doing right now, or what we've been doing for the past 50 years. Sorry for the language, but seriously, I would rather have Bernie Sanders be president for 1,000 years if we cannot be doing what we're doing right now with immigration. You know.
Then what the fuck are you trying to conserve, Nick Fuentes? Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I saw this video or this clip of Nick Fuentes on Twitter the other day, and I figured this is something that I should respond to because this is something that people like me, most other objectivists have been saying about Nick Fuentes for the longest time. What the fuck is he trying to conserve? This man is not pro-Western. This is not someone who believes in Western values and preserving Western civilization like he always talks about. It's absurd to claim that sort of thing. What are you trying to conserve? Just look at this video. He says, "I would rather have communism than what we have now, as long as we prevent these immigrants from coming in." What's so bad about these immigrants, Nick? Is it the crime? I mean, that's been disproven. Is it the economic impact? That's entirely positive. Is it the cultural values? What cultural values do they not have that you want? Is it the Christianity? Because that seems to be something that you claim Western civilization is all about. Well, Mexicans are mostly Catholics, Nick. They're just like you. They're culturally the same. What other reasons could there be? Is it the skin color? It couldn't be that. You're not a racist, Nick. You're not a racist. You wouldn't ever make that type of argument. You're not on the alt-right. You don't hate people with different skin colors. You just want to preserve culture, don't you? Preserve Western civilization. But what is Western civilization, Nick? What is it? Is it the Christianity? Obviously not, because then you'd be perfectly fine with Mexicans coming in. Mexicans are very religious, Nick. Mexicans are very religious. What is it? Is it the individualism? I mean, that seems to be the thing that has made Western civilization what it is. Look at the Industrial Revolution. That was when we fully implemented individualism, fully implemented capitalism. That's what made the West rise above everything else. But that's not what you want, is it, Nick? Because you're willing to sacrifice all of that to prevent immigration. A common argument I hear from you guys is basically this idea that these immigrants, they come with different political beliefs than the right. They come as being anti-capitalists, and for that reason we shouldn't let them in. Then why the fuck should we let you in? Why should we let you in this country, Nick? I'm sure this is all irony, like all your other videos, like the ones where you ironically talk about the cookie question, where you at the very end, to say that it's all irony, you say, "Oh, I believe everything the government says," sarcastically. So is that really irony, Nick? Is it really irony? But whatever. I'm just pointing out little things that I see. And this video is one little thing that I saw, and it seems to me that you're willing to sacrifice Western civilization in order to save it, which is absolutely absurd. What the fuck do you want to preserve? What is it that you want to conserve so bad? I don't know. The only thing that I can see that you seem to want to conserve is the race, is the demographics. But what is the value of demographics? What is the value of that if these people assimilate after 1 or 2 generations? Like, they very quickly assimilate to the culture. I'm not advocating for multiculturalism where nobody assimilates. And immigrants tend to assimilate. Just look at history. But, I mean, that's not something you seem to be interested in if you're advocating for communism in America and advocating for Christianity in America. Look at history. Look at the Dark Ages. Christianity was the dominant force at the time, and no innovation. It was just terrible living for everybody. Look at communism. That's the other system that you seem to be advocating right now. Millions of dead people, millions of starved people. It's not a very good system. It seems that you are opposed to anything individualistic, anything that is actually pro-Western. So you're not a savior of Western civilization, Nick. You're the one who's trying to destroy it. So people like you, your kind of people, don't belong in this country, don't belong in this civilization. It's very ironic that you are the same people who claim to want to get rid of the people that are trying to destroy the West. Get them out of this country. Don't let them in. While you are the people who are advocating for the destruction of the West, advocating to pull us back in time towards the Dark Ages, advocating to take back all of our progress that we've made during the Industrial Revolution. I mean, you're someone who generally, I would say, is on the side of Tucker Carlson, and Tucker Carlson is very much opposed to capitalism, opposed to like the internet, opposed to self-driving cars, all this innovation. He's very opposed to it. He wants to see the nation as a family and destroy any sense in which we respect the individual. He wants to destroy everything that's made America great. So this whole Make America Great Again, America First movement, what you're really doing is bringing us back to the Dark Ages, bringing us back to a time before innovation, back to a time before the individual's rights were respected, before the time when the individual mind could pursue for itself, could achieve for itself. And look at what you're doing. You're taking away all of that. This is what I mean when I say that the Groypers are the people who really oppose Western values. This is what I mean. Communism is extremely anti-West. I mean, look at in every way it's been implemented. It's extremely pro-collectivism. It has a very mystical view of history. Just look into Marx a little bit, and you'll see that. It's absolutely it's the most anti-West system you could possibly implement. It's the most anti-West that you could possibly be, and you're advocating that so in order to like save the West from the immigrants. I don't think the immigrants are as much of a threat to the West as communism is. And if you disagree with that, you need to really rethink your priorities, rethink how you define the West. Because I know for a fact that the Groyper definition of the West is not a very good definition of the West. Because what makes the West great is not its Christianity. It's not its communistic ideals that were created by Western philosophers like Marx and all the people who were similar to him. It's not the opposition to reason. It's none of that. All those you can find in any other civilization. Mexico, I mean the country that you hate all the immigrants coming from so much, Mexico is very much a Christian nation. So why don't you want them in? Aren't they your ideal of what the West is? But you guys always talk about how these people are going to ruin capitalism, take away individualism, all the great things that the West achieved. But you're the same people advocating to do the same. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say for today. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Peace.